What's good, YouTube? Flash Speaks, man. Another video. Not quite lunchtime yet. We got to do this one a little early because the Chicago Sky have a game against, I believe it's the Atlanta Dream today, 12 o'clock p.m. I hate these early games because I have to work and I will not be able to watch them, so I will not be able to provide my after-game analysis early. I will have to wait till later in the afternoon when I watch the replay. We got that league pass, so I'll be able to see the game. So I won't be able to comment and give my real analysis until after I see it. So we're talking about later tonight in the evening. But at any rate, man, I just want to say a few things, okay, leading up to this game. All right, this is a very, very winnable game against the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream, I believe, is either in 9th or 10th place right now. I think they're still without, their star Ryan Howard. You still got to worry about Tina Charles. She's serious. Now their point guard, Canada, who I've watched a few games, I'm very impressed with. Very, very impressed with Canada. I believe Chicago could actually use a point guard like her. It'd be perfect. But the point is, this is a very winnable game. The Atlanta Dream has been falling. And the Chicago Sky, for the most part, coming off of a successful road trip where they were 2-1, they really should have been 3-0. Which is kind of what I want to talk about. Teresa Weatherspoon received a lot of criticism for her decision to take out Kamilla Cardoso in that game Friday night, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I truly believe that if Kamilla Cardoso plays in that game, that Chicago wins that. To me, without a doubt, Chicago was controlling that game. The Chicago Sky, when they go with the lineup of Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso, they are a problem for the Seattle Storm. It was so much so that even Noelle, who is the coach of the Seattle Storm, when asked, about the win, she actually admitted. She said, "Oh yeah, it helped. The Cardoso was out." That's horrible. When the other team was recognizing, you took her out? Yeah. You know why? Cardoso is 6'7". She's one of the tallest players in the WNBA. It's not normal that you have a 6'7". 6'7" you can't teach. And then she's a 6'7" that can run. She's a 6'7" that has good footwork. She's a 6'7" with a good post game. Right? These players aren't normal. There was a reason she went number 3 overall in the draft this year. She was the best player, or really the most unstoppable player on that South Carolina team. She was the anchor of Dawn Staley's undefeated Gamecocks. She was the anchor of that defense and oftentimes was the go-to on offense. I really don't understand what Spoon was looking at. I don't know what happened. And what began to happen was, along with Jewel Lloyd, catching fire, which was part of the reason, without a doubt, that was part of the reason. But what you saw was Magmador and Ogumake. They were just abusing the Chicago Sky right down the middle. They had a couple of give and go plays right in the paint. And Angel Reese had the responsibility of dealing with all of that. And oftentimes Angel Reese is pulled out because they were just playing big on big. A lot of the action you saw between Angel and Cardoso, where Angel's at the top, around the elbow, and she's catching Cardoso either when she's cutting to the lane or when she's posted up. She got some little person posted up. And you saw the Seattle Storm using the same type of action. And I don't understand what Spoon was talking about when she said Izzy Harrison's playing well. No, she was not. Listen, my people, Kamilla Cardoso had 4 blocks during the time she was in there. 4 blocks. When you get 4 blocks, let me explain something. In a basketball game, if you have a presence in there that gets 4 blocks, we're talking about in the first half, you know what that does? That makes Jewel Lloyd, that makes her think twice about driving. That makes Ogumake think twice about driving. It makes them think twice about fucking with the paint at all, for lack of a better way of putting it. It's like, the paint ain't available when you got somebody that got 4 blocks early in the game. that causes them to re-strategize everything. For real. You don't understand the impact of that. And I do not understand what Teresa Weatherspoon was looking at. Now, listen, I am not on the get rid of Teresa Weatherspoon train. I'm not on the Teresa Weatherspoon is a bad coach train. Officially, I think she is a great coach and the perfect coach for the situation, because there is more to coaching than X's and O's. There is communication. I believe she is an excellent communicator. There is the aspect of building confidence in your players. I think she is excellent at that. Now, the question here is with Cardoso. I don't know what the deal is, but at the same time, see, the reason I'm not quick to go there is because I don't really know what happened. Sometimes with coaches, they'll have another reason for sitting a player, and they can cover them up. Right? Her statement yesterday where she was talking about Cardoso, where she said she's going to be one of the best bigs. To me, that was a damage control cover-up type of thing. Sometimes, though, with a coach and a player, the teacher and student relationship is very, it's very complicated. It could be a little minor detail type of thing that she was telling Kamilla to do when running a certain set or whatever. It could be something small like that Kamilla wasn't doing. Like, when you're in here, I need you to do this. I need you to make this movement. I don't know. I got to really look and break down the film and to try to decipher what it might have been. And it could be something simple that Kamilla just didn't do. And then the coach could be, like, punishing her for that. That's what it could have been. Like, I'm more inclined to believe it's something like that over some idea that she think Izzy Harrison was playing better, because it's just a fact she was not. You don't do better than, 8 boards, 6 points, 4 blocks. That is monster shit. Now, I know some of you statistician people who rather hear about 15 points and 20 rebounds. You rather hear that 4 blocks. You do not understand the importance of interior defense. I swear you don't. If you can force a team to stay away from the paint and take nothing but threes, you are 75% whipping their ass. You're going to beat that team, because threes, as much as people love threes and logo threes and all of that stuff, it remains a low percentage shot. 80% of the time. If a person shoots 50% from 3, or 40% from 3, 50% ain't realistic. If a person is 40% from 3, that is, wow, excellent percentage. If they shoot 37%, people think that's excellent. But the thing about the paint, you could be 70% in the paint. You could be 60% in the paint. Right? So if you 30% shooting from 3 or 35%, and I'm constantly in the paint, boom, boom. And then there's a number of times in the paint, I'm going to get a traditional 3-point shot, which is an and one. That's the traditional 3-point shot. Because you got to add those and ones to the paint work. The paint is always the key. I will argue anybody down on this. If you control the paint, my God, you have so much. Your chances of winning the game is so infinitely better. People come up with this. Well, you can't trade 2s and 3s. There's no, that's bullshit. There's no reality to trading 2s and 3s. 3s are a low percentage shot, though you're making them, but they're low percentage. Of course, on a night where everybody's making 3s, But how often does that happen? That's why the NBA is shit right now. Because you have good players, you have good teams shooting 3s. You have teams that are bad at it shooting 3s. At any rate, I need to know that this Kamilla Cardoso thing was just a one-off situation. I need to know that Teresa Weatherspoon recognizes that it was a mistake. And I don't need to see this shit repeated. Especially in a game like that. Where she gets 4 blocks. There is no way in the world. To me, you got 4 blocks. You're the best player on the floor. To me. But I understand. I'm a defensive guy. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, man. Again, shout out to Angel Reese for winning Player of the Week for the Eastern Conference Region Division. However they break it out. Teresa Weatherspoon, still shout out for the job she's doing. I still think she's doing an incredible job. Overall, but please, I do not want to see anything like that again. I do not want to see anything like that again. Shout out to Cardoso for her play. They need her in there. And 4 blocks. 4 blocks. Come on, man. And definitely, without a doubt, shout out to Kennedy Carter, like, who got game. I was just watching some highlights of a game that she I believe she was a senior in college. She was playing against the U.S. national team and was cooking them. It was Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, and all of them. She was cooking all of them, man. I got to do a video talking about that joint. Probably in a couple of days. That joint was crazy. But shout out to her. She adds a 3-point shot more consistent to that. You'll be talking about her being the best guard in the league. But really, that's probably the only thing that separates her from maybe a Jewel Lloyd, Kalia Copper, and those, is that they're shooting, the 3-pointer. Especially Copper. Copper's efficiency is ridiculous for a WNBA player. And the thing about Kennedy Carr, I think she's an underrated playmaker. I think they don't put her in those positions to be the playmaker, but I think she has a little bit of that in her. They can use her, especially in this time where they don't have really a traditional point guard. You can use her in a lot of that capacity, I believe, because she's good, doesn't turn the ball over, accurate passer. She draws attention, has high gravity. So that's pretty much it, man. Like you said, Chicago Sky play in a few hours, and I'll be looking forward to watching it. I'll be catching it a little bit here and there. I can go to my phone, catch a little bit, but I can't really focus like I need to really break a game down, like, to my standards. But remember, man, please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button. I keep forgetting to do that. And let me know what y'all think, man. Peace out.